So let's take another perspective on childishness. I have written 3 books on the so-called 3 movements of the mind. These movements could also be called 3 movements of mind that keep people in a childish state. See, children have a lot of fear. So the system of fear is one of these movements. It's too complex to really give a talk on this system tonight. It would need a whole night just to talk about this system of fear, because it's not just an emotion. But you will agree that without knowing exactly what this system means, but the system of fear is definitely linked to childishness, because a true adult, also as a metaphor for the liberated man, is free of fear. So if a person has a lot of fear, be it suppressed or openly accessible, it's the same finally. You see, if the person is full of fear, this is a big symptom of childishness. There are ways to get beyond fear, definitely, and we have to use certain instruments of self-inquiry to unlock the system of fear. The second movement, it's not just an arbitrary movement. I'm not talking about 3 arbitrary movements. I'm talking about the 3 basic movements in the inner world of people which are responsible for every loss of reality. In other words, if these 3 movements of mind don't take place any longer, it means that this person is free. And this, in the 4th way of Gurdjieff, which I also follow, means the 4th, I call it the 4th movement. You see, the 4th movement is the still movement. It is the absolute inner stillness. It's a contradictory talk, calling it the 4th movement, because it's the non-movement. So the second movement is the system of anger. It's what I call the movement against reality. You realize that a term that is pointing to an emotion is in the center of this movement. So children are full of emotions. We have to get rid of emotions. Adult people have feelings but not emotions. So the system of anger is the second movement in which people are locked in. It leads to passive or active ways of resisting what is happening in the conscious moment. Resistance is a form of aggression, but resistance can happen in very soft and female ways, you see. Passive aggression is that what we call it. This could be a person that seems very soft and is smiling all the time, and very friendly to other people, you see. But this person could still be very much attached to this second childish movement, the movement against reality, called the system of anger. And the third movement, which is very important here in the United States, is the movement of false love, also called unfulfilled love. You see, a child, and it might seem harsh at the first moment when I say this, but a child is not able to love. Why not? Because the child is understanding love as something that I can have rather than be. You see, love is, in the childish perspective, an object that I can have, that I can possess. And so I'm planning a lot of my whole behavior and my actions are planning around receiving love, because there is the idea and the concept that I want to have it, and this is called I want to be loved rather than I want to love. But you cannot explain, you cannot really teach a child to love. It needs a maturing person to go over this, how would we call it, this bridge in the inner world from having love, possessing love, love as an object, to loving itself. So this was just a short outlook on three basic inner movements that keep people in a childish state.